सप्तशति चण्डिके उत्कीलनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं ह्रीं.
Cinema, as an art form in itself, is not yet recognized in India and many parts of the world. Filmmakers such as Ashish Avikunthak, who has been making films for more than 20 years now, are transforming this understanding through their works. Avikunthak explains his art over a candid conversation.
I'm not making a film for a specific audience to understand or interpret. I'm making, for me, film is a work of art, and then it has it floats for its, and it has its own interpretative audience. One thing this form seems original or different is because cinema fundamentally has been, at least in India, almost all over the world, but very much so in India, is thought as a popular form. It's thought as an entertainment form. And therefore you want to make something popular because you want a return on capital so that you can again create.
Avikunthak's film, Apotkalin Trikalika, or The Kali of Emergency, which is set to premiere at the upcoming Berlin Film Festival's Forum section, focuses on the idea of a state of perpetual emergency the world seems to be in, while invoking the Hindu goddess Kali.
সরকার হেঁটে যায় নগ্ন।
মৃগী রোগী এক বাচ্চা বলে কি হে সরকার ন্যাংটো।
The god that I am very interested in, specifically in the context of this film, is Kali. Kali, as a feminine divinity, has a very long history. Has a history which is intensely associated with violence and the calming of violence. So then she becomes a goddess who is just emblematic of the moment of turmoil, and therefore I invoke her in this film because what would happen if now Kali comes and her different reincarnation.
Avikunthak is known for his use of the analog form, and when inquired, he elucidated his views on the distinction between the digital and the analog forms.
The distinction between analog and digital is not just the case of image fidelity, how good the image is. These are two theories of practices. The granularity creates a certain, what I call haptic imagery. Haptic imagery is imagery that gives you a feeling of touch, that also has a feeling. Just by looking at the image, it gives you a certain kinesthetic feeling. When digital came, we thought it will make it democratic, which it has. However, with democracy, with democratic, it will become ubiquitous. So now everybody can shoot, everybody can make. So that's good. However, what you have, the problem that has become, and this is the problem of plenty, is that then how do you know, what do you see? And I'm commenting on that.
Religion and the symbolism and imagery associated with it finds a strong reflection in Avikunthak's body of work. As a doctorate in cultural and social anthropology, a political activist, and an extensive devotee of understanding Hindu myths and texts, Avikunthak remains strong in the need for intervention in the understanding of religion today.
You know, I think we are in a time where, especially in India, not just in India but all over the world, that there is a very deep friction between what you could call religious universalism and non-religious universalism. And for instance, I think the crisis that is happening, that if you're Hindu today, you're automatically thought of Hindutva, and that is the corruption, that is the problem, because Hindutva is an extreme corruption of what Hinduism is, in the same way ISIS or Taliban, because religion is now being hijacked by fascist, right-wing elements all over the world.
As extremist forces across the world emerge, Avikunthak hopes to make a statement challenging this distorted perception through his art, namely cinema.
ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं ह्रीं सप्तशति चण्डिके उत्कीलनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा